Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for joining me. I've had a massive jump in subscribers lately, so thank you to everyone that is new here. Welcome, hello. I thought I'd come on today and do the holiday traditions tag. I think that's what it's called. This video will be titled appropriately. I was tagged by Theresa from Little Trees Treasures to do it, and I thought it was really interesting. I enjoyed watching her video, and since I've watched a couple of others, and I think it's exciting just to see how like everyone's Christmases differ but are quite similar as well. I am a little bit out of breath, I'm bunged up and I've got a backache and it's like making me go and I'm sat on the floor, so it's probably not the best idea. I'm fine, I feel like I was going but it's like, I feel like it's making me out of breath. So apologies if and also I talk really fast. We all know this. But I feel like I'm really out of breath. So I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's just 15 questions and I thought I'd answer them, and you know, if you like this sort of thing you can watch it. If not, there'll be crochet in the new year. I'm not doing Vlogmas. I am going to show people, the hampers and things that I've done for Christmas, because I'm quite pleased with them. All the presents are wrapped up now pretty much. There's a few that I've not bought yet, but I thought I'd show you the hampers because a couple of people said they would like to. So I might film this after this, but probably not be in it because I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, so I might just show you. But I thought I'd do this tag because it's all festive and exciting. Yeah, so I'm just going to start because I'm waffling on and I don't really need to introduce it anymore. But if you're not already, please go and subscribe to Theresa's channel. She's very lovely and it was very sweet of her to tag me in this. And I will tag someone at the end. Question number 1. When do you decorate for the holidays? I'm out of breath, so bad. It's because I've put weight on as well, so I feel like I'm carrying around like an extra person. Let's be honest. Usually around the beginning of December. That my mum always tried to do it like as close to December 1st without it like being a Monday night. The weekend's probably best to do it. But we did it the 23rd of November this year, so we were a bit early, but always the beginning of December, just because that's how my mum's always done it, and that's how Kirk's mum does it as well. What style do you decorate in? Christmas, gold and black and white and glitter and a little bit tacky, probably a lot tacky, and yeah, just yeah, lots of glitter and deer. Apparently there's a lot of deer heads. I'm looking at my tree now and thinking, yeah, it's just a lot of gold glitter for some reason. I think it's because that's sort of like the theme for the living room decor anyway. There's not that much gold glitter during the rest of the year, but I went to town with the tree. Yeah, I think that's it really. I don't particularly go like full on theme. I think if I just nearly knocked over my coffee. I think if I like it, I buy it, and it just sort of, the theme is probably Ruth. But there's a lot of gold glitter. Anyway, let's just move on because I've said gold glitter about 16 times now. I think we all understand. What is your favourite Christmas tradition? I'm quite, and this will probably be the answer for a lot of these questions, I'm quite a fickle person, and I have obviously, like, while I was watching other people's videos, I was sort of thinking what my answer would be, and I'm quite a fickle person, like I say, but also, like, if I'm to make, so if I'm going to make a shepherd's pie, I'm not necessarily going to do it the same way every time. And I'm the same with Christmas, so I don't do the same thing every year because it depends on like work, and you know, one year we might get invited somewhere but the next year we might not. That thing might not be happening. So I don't know if I have a lot of traditions, but also I like to keep Christmas quite simple. Well, we don't have kids and we only have like a small family really, so we only celebrate with the people that we see throughout the year. We don't, like, none of our family live, not close family anyway, like none of our family live far away, or so we're not, so it's not like we have a tradition to go and visit Great Aunt Edna, because we just celebrate with the people that we would see on a day-to-day basis. But we do try and go to the Christmas market in Nottingham every year. We did that this Saturday, and we were a little bit intoxicated, and we always try to go to our town's Christmas light switch on, which we did this year as well. We did that on the Friday. We went with Kirk's sister and her 2 kids. Her partner couldn't come, he was at work, and then we all came back here and just chatted and played Christmas music, and Kayla played with Hector and things like that. Hugo isn't a fan of children, but Hector likes Kayla and Cole, but Cole's not bothered, he just wanted to play on the Xbox. And we do, like, it's a bit of a my family tradition that I've sort of put on Kirk a bit. It's like go and see like people's like house displays, like outside lights. So where my Auntie Kerry lives, that I don't know like area, I don't think it's an estate necessarily, that area is a bit posh, not massively, but like the houses are just like a little bit bigger, and like it's a little bit more expensive than the rest of the area, so like they tend to go to town on outdoor lights. So we always have a walk around there, and there's a village that's between our town and Nottingham called Cossall, and they also, that's quite a posh area, so they tend to go quite above and beyond. They're like, that's much posher than where Kerry lives. Kerry's not posh, but they like tend to go above and beyond with the light displays as well. So it's a bit of a tradition to seek out good light displays and like have a bit, obviously we don't like go to people's houses, but we have a bit of a look. And there's a lady who works at the same place as me, and her husband, this isn't my tradition, it's theirs, he has a bus, and I don't know why he has a bus, because I don't think it's anything to do with his job, but it's called the Santa bus, and every year for like 2 weeks of December he dresses up the bus in fairy lights and plays loud music and gets volunteers walking around with buckets and collects money for charity, and he dresses up as Santa, and he'll drive round like one night he'll drive around like my area of the town, and then he'll drive like around another bit of the area of the town and do like just like the, I don't know what it's called, but like all the little areas anyway. And so usually we'll keep a lookout for him as well, but I think that's nice. But other than that, we don't really have like, we don't particularly do anything on a set day, not particularly. That's probably like, I'm being really traditional, I do this every year and I'm just forgetting. What is your favourite place to buy holiday decor? And then someone along the way has put, and yarn. I like Wilko and B&M and Poundland and Home Bargains and Pound Stretcher, all the places that are really cheap, because if something breaks, I don't want to be really upset about it. I don't want to have to spend a lot of money on it. Tesco, Asda, supermarkets, places like that. Because if one year I decide that I want to change everything, then I probably can afford to do it. And like I say, if something breaks or needs replacing or whatever, and I'm like that with a lot of things, it's not very often I'll spend a lot of money on one thing, because I'm clumsy and I don't think you have to spend a lot of money to have quality necessarily, or for things to look nice. And like when it comes to Christmas lights, if I can get 100 lights for a £5, or I can get 100 lights for £20, I don't know why I'd buy the ones that are £20. I understand some people do, and that's fine, that's their decision, but my favourite places to shop for holiday decor, not that I replace everything every year, I know some people do. I choose not to. I like the same thing out every year. Every year I probably do buy another couple of baubles. Kirk was like, you cannot put all those baubles on the tree, because we've got a lot of just plain like gold round ones or white round ones. And this year I made it my mission to get them all on. But we also have like, there's a donut and a robin and a pair of sparkly Santa shoes, and there's a chihuahua and a sheep, because they're sentimental to us, or they mean something to us. So it's getting really dark. I hope I best finish this video before it gets actually dark. It's only 10 to 4, but yeah, so I just go to places that you can get a bargain. I don't spend a lot of money on things anyway, so I certainly don't for Christmas decorations. My favourite place to buy yarn is Lolly's, because it's different every time you go on there, and it's so affordable, and it's a smaller business. I like buying from smaller businesses where I can. Number 5, what is your favourite holiday movie? This probably changes every year, because whatever my favourite is, I'll watch it until I can't stand it anymore. So I like all the usual ones like Santa Claus and Elf and Love Actually, but my favourite ones are the ones that are on Christmas 24. Like the Hallmark films. They're really cheesy. The storyline in every film is pretty much the same. A businesswoman goes back to her parents' house in a small town, and the Christmas break makes her fall in love with a man that's probably like a wood chopper or something. He's like a small town man, and they fall madly in love, and she decides to live there. Sometimes she's a cupcake artist, sometimes she's a gingerbread maker, sometimes she runs a department store, but basically that's it. And I love them, because one afternoon I was watching what I thought was one film for about 4 hours, and it wasn't, it was 2, and I'd missed like the end and start. And the same people are always in the film, just, you know, in one, the lady with blonde curly hair might be the main person, but in the next film she's like the main person's best friend. So, you know, I like all those, because they're mega, I've just put my finger in the coffee, they're mega cheesy, and I love a bit of cheese. Question number 6, eggnog, cocoa or apple cider? I've never had eggnog, but I don't imagine I'd like it. I imagine it'd be like drinking custard. I'm not, no. I do like hot chocolate, which I suppose is cocoa. Is it the same thing or is it different? And apple cider, again, I don't know if I've had it. I probably have. I've had like alcoholic cider, but I don't think that's what this means. I like mulled wine. That's my Christmas drink of choice, is mulled wine. Question number 7, do you leave cookies out for Santa? If so, what kind? So when I was younger, we used to always leave Santa a can of beer, custard creams and a carrot for the reindeer. But unfortunately, that's not a tradition that Kirk and I have decided to continue. I shall say no more. Real or artificial tree? I'm artificial tree all the way. I think it's really sad, and I don't want to offend anyone. It's probably really bad for the environment to have an artificial tree, but I think it's really sad to have a tree in your house. I just think it is, and it's really expensive to buy a new tree every year, and the needles fall off, and you have to water it, and I can't look after myself, never mind a tree. And I just like artificial trees. They're so much easier and cheaper, and I don't think I'm the world's best tree decorator anyway, so if I did have a real tree, I wouldn't do it justice. Question number 9, what is your favourite holiday dessert? Either Christmas cake or Christmas pudding. They're practically the same. I really like things with custard, which is why I like Christmas pudding. But I also really like the icing and marzipan on Christmas cake. I also like mince pies, and there's not many desserts that I don't like, but I love Christmas pudding. What is your favourite Christmas cookie? Shortbread or ginger? I love ginger. Like gingerbread biscuits. Do you open gifts on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Christmas Day. Sometimes I will buy whoever we spend Christmas Eve with, if anyone, I will buy matching pyjamas for the whole gang. If it's just me and Kirk, I don't usually bother. And they can be opened on Christmas Eve. But otherwise, it's Christmas Day. You've got to wait. Because Santa Claus brings them on Christmas Eve, so you can't open them Christmas Eve because they're not there. It's getting really dark. I can't read the writing. Do you decorate the tree yourself? Yes. Kirk is not allowed to touch the tree. He's also not allowed to do the mantle. Kirk is allowed to hang banners and put out like the Christmas napkin thing and put out the advent calendar. We've got a wooden one. And put out all the, like, we've got candle holders that are Christmas. He's allowed to do that. I will probably move them from where he puts them, but he's not allowed to do the tree. And he has learnt that over the few years that we've lived together. Where do you spend Christmas Day? So every year we will alternate between spending it with Kirk's mum and spending it with my mum. This year is my mum's go. However, instead of going to her house, she's coming here and I am hosting my first Christmas Day. And I don't know if I'm excited, nervous, dreading it, or if we're all just going to have toasties because I'll burn everything. I consider myself a reasonably good a reasonably good cook, but I've never really done a Sunday roast. And a Christmas dinner is like an extravagant Sunday roast, so we shall see. No doubt my mum will help me and Kirk will help me and my stepdad will help me because Kirk can't cook. My mum and Sean can cook. So I'm sure there'll be help if I need it, but I'm also like, get out the kitchen, even when I'm making like a cup of tea, so we'll see. Question number 14, what is your favourite Christmas smell? I don't know. I do really like the smell of cinnamon and the smell of ginger and cloves and all the traditional spicy things, but I don't particularly like artificial variations kinds of so me and Kirk were sniffing candles on Saturday. Sounds like I was going to say something else then. We were sniffing candles on Saturday. We wanted a Christmas one because I always like to burn a candle anyway, and I try to only do one smelly one because I think sometimes it can get a bit overpowering, and if you've got loads of smells competing with each other, you can't tell what's what. So I do one smelly one, any candles that I like throughout the house, otherwise don't smell. And we had a coconut one and that's ran out. You can't get anything else out of it. It keeps switching off when I've burnt it. So we were smelling Yankee Candle ones and there was just none that I liked. They all smell funny. I do like the smell of a real Christmas tree, but I don't like the smell of a candle's version of a real Christmas tree. And the same with like baked good candles. So I do really like the smell of like cinnamon and ginger and things, like I say, but not in candle form. So my favourite holiday smell will probably be mulled wine again. Is that really bad that I just keep saying mulled wine to everything? My answer to all 15 questions is mulled wine. It's because it's like real spices. I really like mulled wine. Question number 15, as the sun has about set. Favourite thing to craft or make during the holidays? I don't know. I think this is supposed to be like, I really like to crochet scarves, but this is like my second, this is like, I think this is my second year of crochet, or coming up to, or something like that. And it's like January, so January is like when I started. So this January will be 2 years of crochet, and also will be 1 year of YouTube. So I've not really crocheted anything over the festive season. I made that, I should have got it to show you, the granny square tree that Denise made. I made one, and I enjoyed doing that. But my favourite kind of thing to craft over Christmas, or make, I like to bake. Just simple things like biscuits or cupcakes and put like red and green sprinkles on them. But I also like to do things with Kirk's niece and nephew. Not so much nephew anymore. He's probably, I feel like he's grown out of it. I don't think that there is a limit, but he personally isn't all that interested anymore. But you know, like cutting out snowflakes and making like toilet roll angels for the tree and just things like that. That's my favourite thing to do. Crochet wise, my favourite thing to make for Christmas for people is blankets and scarves, because I feel like they get the most use. People will wear scarves right up until like March in this country, because it's just so cold. And I and my family, this is getting so dark, we are blanket people. So I feel like blankets and scarves get the most use crochet wise. But my favourite thing to craft is things with Kayla, snowflakes and angels and what have you, silly things. Oh, and also the thing, I've not done it for years, but I love doing it, and I always want to do it every year because it smells so nice, where you get an orange and you stab things into it. We used to do it at Sunday school. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know the meaning behind it. I'm being really ignorant, I know. But you used to stab like cloves into the orange and it used to smell really nice. And I think Kayla did that at her Sunday school, not probably last year or the year before. Anyway, those are the questions. I'm going to tag Casey from Purple Rooster and Denise from Dear Designs to do this tag, because they're just lovely and they're both doing Vlogmas, and I think it'd be interesting to see what they say. So I hope this video hasn't been too it's getting dark, the sun has set. This is I hope I've not been too like snotty and out of breath and disgusting. Thank you all for watching. If you want to do the tag and I've not tagged you, just do it, because we all want to know what you've got to say anyway. But I just didn't want to tag everyone and then no one else can tag anyone. I'm gonna go. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all very soon. Bye.